All right. Let's talk some baseball. Answer some questions tonight. Give everyone a minute here to get on. Use steroids. Be careful, Jackson. Got a little baseball. I've always got a baseball near me. Always. Every time I go to get a thumbnail for this, I'm like, I need a baseball. And then I'll look, and there's always one next to me. What do you mean, bed hair? Just got out of the shower. This is shower hair. Hello, everyone. Hi, Jason. Hi, Ethan. Hi, Charlie. All right, everyone. So I'm going to say hello to everyone first. I've been great, Stocky. How you been? Hi, Jeff. Hi, Michael. So I'm not going to answer any questions for like 30 seconds. Hi, Mike. Hi, Quad. Eat mac and cheese. I hate mac and cheese. One thing though, I really do need a haircut. I have not gotten a haircut in a long time, and well, you can see I need a shave also. What's up, Dalton? Hi, Zane. Thanks, Aaron. Howdy from Australia. Howdy from the US of A. Yeah, Laura is actually my barber. She always is the one that gives me a haircut. What's up, Nicholas? My day was great. We had a little scrimmage this morning, and then we had practice. Had a good 8 hours of baseball probably today, and it was fantastic. Hi, Rich. I'm drinking my little special concoction. Hey, Zane Gonzalez, thank you so much for the super chat. How to get more spin rate on the ball. So, I don't want to say that I am an expert in spin rate. But I do think that, listen, this answer might not be great because, like I said, I don't, you know, I learn as much as I can about pitching, but I'm not with pitchers every single day like I am with hitters. But I think if you're talking about a fastball, trying to get more spin, trying to feel yourself be behind the ball as much as you possibly can. And so, if you're off to the side of the ball, you're going to get a little bit less spin. Is my understanding of it. So, I'll see if I can get some more a little better answer for you. But like I said, I'm not probably the best person that you could ask for that. Logan, thank you so much for Super Chat. Who will be your World Series champion this year? Well, I think everyone's kind of going with the Dodgers. Um, I think the Dodgers are the most talented team. I think the Yankees are very talented if their pitching can stay healthy. I think the Padres are obviously really talented. I like the White Sox. It hurts that Eloy is out. Philip, I can't say the Mariners are going to win the whole thing. Yeah, so people have asked me about that Eloy Jimenez injury. Why is he, what's he doing? Listen, players, if you're going to play the game, you've got to play hard. Now, I didn't see the injury yet. I've been really busy lately. Obviously, I know he got injured, but I didn't see it. But I think you've got to play hard when you play. When you play, you're going to, actually going easy, I feel like may injure you even more than just playing the game. So, and players are kind it's like, if a guy goes really hard and gets injured, it's like, oh, what are you playing so hard for? Like, it's just spring training. But then if a player's not playing hard, people are like, hey, you're getting paid millions of dollars. I don't care. It's spring training. Play the game hard. So, all right, everybody. If you could, can everyone smash the like button? We're going to get a whole lot of likes tonight. EJ Slim, thank you for the super chat, EJ. I'm interested in becoming an official scorer. Do you have any idea how to become one? Wow, EJ. I have no idea how you become an official scorer. But all I know is that you're going to get a lot of people are going to be mad at you if you want to be an official scorer because you're going to make a call. You're going to listen. Let me tell you what I do. Hi, Jay. Every time as a player, I hit a ball. If it's a close, it's either an error or a hit, it's close. You never really want to just look up at the scoreboard to see if it's an E or an H, because then you feel like a selfish player. So I'll I'll kind of like get down the first, and I'll maybe get down to tie my shoe or whatever. Then I'm just gonna kind of peek over, and if I see that E go up, and I don't think it should be up there, man, am I gonna get pissed. Then you're gonna have guys glaring up at the scoreboard at the press box at you. It's a rough job. I don't know how to get it though. I actually don't know. Let me see if I can figure it out. Hey, super chats around all over the place. Hold on, everyone. Thank you so much. Ben Zeus, thoughts on Keston Harris' swing? I think he's got a good swing. He's always been a hitter. He hit in college. He's hit pretty well in the big leagues. I like his swing a lot. I can't say that I've like really, really studied it, but just looking at it, watching him play, I like it. So maybe I'll do a breakdown for you. I'll try to find some good footage and put a breakdown on YouTube for you. Jackson White, get off the steroids, Jackson. How often do you tell your pitchers to hit someone? Never. I've never told my pitchers to hit someone. I did tell the opposing coach one time. I told this story last week, actually, I think. I did tell the opposing coach that if we weren't playing travel ball and this was like real baseball, that I would probably have someone peg your guy. But I've never told anybody. Thanks, Ethan. Why are you laughing at my hair? Don't be jealous, Ethan. Hey, thanks, Swallow Up Thunder. I appreciate that. I'm glad it helped you. I know you're jealous. Cowboy Matt. Philip, when my downstairs is finished, Cowboy Matt might be back. How do I feel about my Patriots? I'm pumped. Patriots are going to be awesome. I can't wait. Will Barker, thank you so much for the super chat. Will, who do you think will be in the World Series this year? The chalk pick is Dodgers, Yankees. White Sox were actually my pick in the AL, even though I think the Yankees have the best team in the AL. I didn't want to just go with the two best teams. Having Jimenez hurts the White Sox, but I still really like the White Sox. So let's go out on a limb and say the White Sox. Thoughts on current hitters like Gallo that only hit a home run and strikeout? So, Gallo's probably I would say the biggest boomer bust guy. Tons of power, but lots of strikeouts. I think the home run's super valuable. I do think that some people say, "Oh, a strikeout is just an out, just like any other out." It's not technically, in my opinion, because when the ball's not put in play, nothing can happen. If there's a guy at third and you strike out, well, just hitting a ground ball and getting out might have scored him if the infield was back. And so I don't think that strikeouts I don't think all outs are created equally. I would like someone to be able to put the ball in play. It depends how many home runs Gallo hits. If he hits what ton of home runs, then I'll take more strikeouts. But we got another super chat. Aaron, thank you so much, Aaron. And Aaron said that my hair was good. Which team or player talked the most smack when you were playing? Believe it or not, baseball players don't talk a whole lot of smack. There's not a whole lot of trash talking, at least I didn't hear any. The most trash talking I heard was in college, actually. So I can't name any players that I played against that were like big trash talkers. Everyone was actually pretty nice. Hey, Matt, I'm around 6'1" as a freshman. I fear I'll get too big for the position. What position? Should I try first or third? Oh, second. There it is. Hey, I'm 6'1", and I played second my whole career, so... DJ LeMahieu is bigger than me, and he plays second. So I wouldn't worry too much about getting too big for second base. I've seen guys 6'3", 6'4" play second base. So How do you know if you're about to get recruited? Well, I guess it depends how good you are, but you'll know when you're getting recruited when tools are calling you. So you don't have to worry about when you might be recruited. Whoa, we got a whole bunch of super chats all of a sudden, really quick, guys. Thank you, everyone. Hold on one second. Ravens Greg, hey Matt, if you chose not to be a baseball player besides anything to do with sports, what did you want to do? Ravens Greg, I actually didn't want to do anything. The only thing I ever wanted to do is play sports. So I didn't have a backup plan. I had plan A, and that was it. If plan A didn't work, I would have probably tried to go play football or maybe hockey. Probably football first. But as I got older, I got a real interest in investing in the stock market. I'd probably try to do something with that. That kind of interests me a lot. But it would be, if it wasn't baseball, it'd be some other sport. I just really like sports. I feel like sports are the one thing I know best. Vegemite, thank you so much for the super chat. Who do you think is the greatest hockey player of all time? I'll go Gretzky. Who would be if you're going to talk greatest hockey players? Is it universally accepted that Gretzky is the greatest hockey player of all time? When I think of greatest hockey player, I think of Gretzky immediately. So I'm not sure who would be second. EJ Slem, thank you again for super chat. My mom and I are going to visit the Negro League Museum in Casey this summer. Very excited. Would you do a video on the best Negro League players? Sure, I can do a video on that for you. I'd have to do some research, but I can do that for you for sure. Thank you so much for the super chat. Nathan Smith likes tall infielders. Me too. I'm a big fan of tall players. 6'4" is like my favorite height. I wish I was 6'4" so badly. 6'4", 230. That's what I wanted to be. I don't know what it is about 6'4". I just like it. Guys that are tall that I played with, the big guys, they just hit the ball further. Long levers. Mark McKay was wondering how veterans treat the rookies in the locker room. Most veterans treat the rookies pretty good. I'll give you a little secret. Greg Maddux doesn't always treat the rookies very good in the locker room. I've got some stories on him. Topper Rocks. Thank you so much for super chat. Should your best hitter bat second or third? Well, I think your best hitter usually some teams are batting them second. Depends how much you get on base. I mean, you want your high on base guys at the top of the order, but you want, I don't know. Like, teams are batting more and more. I feel like their best hitter second. I would bat them second or third. I'm not sure how much of a difference it's going to make between second and third, but I'd go with either one. When I do my teams, like our first game, I'm coaching our 11-year-old team in the spring. I coach our 17s every summer. But the way that I'm going to do my lineup is I'm going to put my leadoff guy is my best on base guy. That's the guy that gets on base more than anybody. So he'll go first. My second hitter will be my second best on base guy. So it could be my best hitter, or it might not be. It might just be my best on base guy. And then my third guy up will probably end up being my best hitter. If my best hitter is my best on base guy, I'm not afraid to hit him at the beginning at the top of the lineup. On our 12-year-old team, we have a very good 12-year-old team. We won the championship last year in our league. We hit our best hitter one, who gets on base the most, but also is our best hitter. We hit him leadoff. He gets on at 12U, he gets on 80% of the time. Our second hitter is Ty Southall. He gets on base a ton and drives in a lot of runs. We're up 1-0 or 2-0 sometimes in the first inning every game because those two guys get on. Wow, a lot of questions here. Hold on. I have a super chat somewhere, and I missed it. Here we go. Jackson White, thank you so much. I live in Salem, Mass. Looking to play for AB. Jackson, you live in Salem, Mass. You're right next to us, but you got to get off the roids, Jackson. Hey, thank you so much for the super chat. You always tell me to not pronounce your name because I pronounce it wrong, so I won't. Hey, Matt, what's your favorite aluminum bat? Also, how pumped are you that we got Matt Patricia back? I'm pumped about Matt Patricia. I can't wait for football season. I can't wait for the Patriots to play. And if you don't like the Patriots, I just can't wait for football in general. My favorite aluminum bat? I don't know. I mean, I swung wood bats I haven't swung an aluminum bat in forever. I used a Louisville Slugger Exogrid when I was in college. That's the last metal bat I swung. I will say this about aluminum bats. I like two-piece bats, not one piece. But as far as my favorite bat, I'm not sure. But Matt Patricia, I'm happy about Matt Patricia. And we have another super chat. Favorite child or fave child. Best exercise in the weight room for bat speed and power. You know, I usually recommend... God, my back is killing me, guys. I'm going to answer this question real quick. Everybody, if you could give me a smash the like button, that'd be terrific while I answer these super chats. Can you stop reading super chats? Sorry, Frankie, but I read everyone's questions as much as I can, but I give a little preference to the super chats. Not that I give preference. I read every super chat. I have to read every super chat. So, in appreciation for the super chat. So the best exercise for weight room, bat speed, and power, or best exercise in the weight room for bat speed and power, are the main. For me, they're the main exercises. So it's a squat, a deadlift, a chest press, and then a chin up or row, or chin up and row. And then after that, you can supplement anything you want. But I always think that you want to go with those main exercises. I think those are probably most important. And then whatever the hell you want to do after that, go for it. You want to do bicep curls, you want to do shoulder raises, whatever, go for it. But the main stuff. Elijah Fernandez, thank you so much for the super chat. How should I get better at third base defense? Third base for me is a one-hand position. You work on your one hand. You got to work on your slow roller because you're going to get some swinging bunts and some regular bunts. And then you just got to take reps. You got to get used to taking reps from every position's different. People will say, "Oh, it's an infield position," but the read off the bat is a little bit different. Third base, you're going to get more top spin balls, so you want to work on some top spin stuff. More choppers. It's a reactionary position, so just get a lot of reps. Just have somebody just literally hit you like a ton of baseballs. That would be my best advice for you. Evan, thank you again for the super chat. When you manage an athlete who is toxic like Yasiel Puig, how do you handle them? Do you even put them in your starting lineup? Well, I don't know how toxic Yasiel is. I don't know all the background on him. I think the biggest thing, if you have a player, I'm going to try to move my camera a little bit. Hold on, because it's bothering me here. If you have a player that you feel in some way, you call it toxic or maybe just, a little bit more difficult to handle or deal with, I think you just need to talk to them. Get on the same page as them. Figure out maybe why are they acting the way they are, and then what can you do to help them. Sometimes there's nothing you can do. Sometimes you just got to get rid of them. But a lot of times I think that you can work with a player. But I think connecting with the player is the biggest thing. Getting the player to trust you, learning about what makes the player tick, and then you've got a chance to maybe get through to them. Michael Ryan, thank you for the super chat. Do you know John Mueller? I don't think I do. Who is that, Michael? I'm not really sure. Taylor Reese, thank you for the super chat. Bauer, best starting pitcher this year. If not him, who? Jacob deGrom, best starting pitcher. Bauer had a great year, but deGrom's the best, I think. Keith Bernasconi, hopefully I said that right. Thank you so much for the super chat. How was it playing with Mike Cameron and SD? Any stories? He was a great guy with the fans up here in Seattle. Was a great guy. So I only played with Cameron for a very, very short time because he was basically with the team when I got drafted. But when I got called up, he was no longer with the team. So I never really got to play with him other than just a little bit in spring training. I will say he was jacked out of his mind. I remember I saw him with a shirt on one day. I was like, geez, guy was like 30. He was probably like almost as old as me. Guy was ripped out of his mind. So that's the biggest thing I remember about Mike Cameron. I heard he was a good guy, but never really got to talk to him very much. Just, was on the same field with him for a little bit, but I was very young. Dan, thank you for the super chat. I apologize for being late. No problem, Dan. We're going to be here for a while. But I'd love to hear your outlook on the upcoming season for the NL East. So, I still got some work to do. I know the season's starting soon. But in the NL East, So I think the Braves and the Mets are probably the two best teams. There's probably nothing earth-shattering there. I like the Braves a lot. I like their pitching. I love their offense. I think they got a great offense. With the Mets, Mets starting pitching is going to be very good. Mets can swing the bat. Mets defense is a question still. I'll probably go Braves and then Mets, although it could go either way. I think everyone else is fighting it out for third place, in my opinion. So that's what I'll go with. Best advice, Zane, thank you for the super chat. Best advice for hitting mentally. Well, there's a lot of things we can talk about when it comes to the mental game and hitting. I guess I would just say something simple that is a big deal and something we can talk about real quick is just being focused on the process, not so much on the outcome. If you're only confident when you're getting hits, you're not going to be confident very much because it's hard to get hits in baseball. Great hitters only get a hit 30% of the time. So you've got to try to focus again more on the process, more on getting a good pitch to hit, putting your best swing on the ball, hitting the ball hard. Those are more controllable than getting a hit. You can hit a ball super hard and get out. And so you don't want to be focused on things that are out of your control. So that would be my, kind of first advice. And I think that'll help you out. Aaron, thank you again for the super chat, and thanks for saying my hair looks good. What do you think you might not have said it looked good, but at least you didn't say it looked bad. What do you think the next MLB scandal will be? Do you think we will have a strike next year? Just following your videos. Thanks for doing this. Thanks, Aaron. Yeah, I'm always worried about strikes in baseball because I feel like the Players Association and the owners are always fighting with each other more than any other sport. The Players Union is tough. And baseball players get a lot of things that other players don't get as far as contracts because the Players Union has been pretty tough. And baseball players don't seem afraid to sit out seasons and go on strike if it means helping future players. And so I hope there's no strike, but I don't ever feel safe until the deal is done. So hopefully we won't get to that point. And what's the next scandal going to be? Well, right now the scandal is kind of all this foreign substances on baseballs. I don't think it's going to be crazy, but it started raining out. But we'll see. Hopefully there's no more scandals. Hopefully we can just play ball. Wow, guys, I have so many questions here. Trying to get through them all. Thank you, everyone, for the questions. Let's see here. Square Tree, thank you for the super chat. Hey, Matt, what are your thoughts on multi-sport athletes versus single-sport athletes? In high school, I recently feel there's a trend to just play one. Yeah, I definitely think there's a trend to just play one. I think people are really, specialization. I think a lot of people are afraid that if they focus on more than one sport, that they're going to fall behind in, that one sport because they need to give all their attention to it. Listen, I think kids should enjoy being kids, and athletes should enjoy being athletes. And if you love football and baseball and basketball, you play football and baseball and basketball. I was a big football, hockey, baseball fan. I played all of them. I really enjoyed it. Some of my best memories are playing sports. That's what I love to do. I don't feel like I could ever tell a kid, just focus on baseball because, or for whatever reason, I just think that's kind of silly. Let the kid have fun and let him play. And, there's some kids, if you get old and you're a junior in high school and you say, I desperately want to play baseball in college and, I haven't gotten committed yet and I need to really work on my game and you want to focus on it, that's fine. But some kids are 10 years old, 11 years old, 12 years old, and people are telling them to just focus on one sport. I think that's insane. So just have fun and play more than one sport if you want to. Topher Rocks, thank you for the super chat. Do you prefer DH or no DH? I personally like the DH. I don't like watching pitchers hit. I just think pitchers don't practice hitting, so I don't want to watch somebody hit that doesn't practice hitting. Just like I don't want to watch someone pitch that doesn't practice pitching. So I like the DH. Jacob Hill, thank you for the super chat. What was your experience in Bakersfield? I actually never went to Bakersfield. I got called up before we played there. I heard it was not a good stadium, so I didn't play there. But I heard it wasn't the greatest. My favorite child. I am not hammered. That's not true. I didn't hear Trevor Bauer say he wasn't trying. Wasn't trying in the fifth. Hottest softball player at Wake. Wake doesn't have a softball team. What cocktail are you drinking? Right now, I'm drinking ice. But I made my own little concoction. I have a special drink that I drink. Matt, thank you so much for the super chat. I hope the Tigers start winning, but if they do the sign stealing accusations, will start back up since they hired AJ Hinch. Yeah, I don't think they're gonna do. I don't think they're gonna be stealing signs with cameras. I don't believe. I think AJ learned his lesson with that one. But we'll see how long it takes them to start winning. You know, I think they've got some decent pieces, some young guys, but it's going to take a little more for them to get back to winning. Bat me third, Coach Jake Gilbo. Jake, well, first of all, I don't make your lineup, so you're going to have to talk to Roberto about that. But I'll talk to him. Since you gave me a super chat, I'll talk to him. Rich Durbano, what's up, Rich? Thank you. The 3 ugliest words in the English language, easy one. Tech pullback continues. Really freaking tired of Apple 120. Me too, Rich. You know what, though? As much as I'm tired of Apple at 120, we're both in it for the long term. And so if it wants to stay at 120, they'll just keep buying back stock. We'll wait it out. I've got spare time. So thanks, so Rich. I don't think we'll be at 120 for too much longer. But yeah, this has been this whole like tech pullback with the rising rates and all that. I don't know. I think it's overblown when it comes to Apple. Jake Gilbo, yeah, Coach Roberto's sleeping on me. I'll show him. Good. I hope you do. Most intimidating catcher or pitcher, probably Aroldis Chapman. He scares me. Wow, these questions are going fast, guys. Can I still get a D1 offer as a junior? Yeah, definitely. We have tons of juniors that get D1 offers every year. You're going into your first spring training this year. What kind of spring training? Spring training is over, pretty much. What is the best for a youth player? Being the lesser player on a AA team or being a top player in single A development? Why? Sorry, Canadian baseball level work that way. So our leagues don't work exactly like that, but I think when you play, I don't think you want to be the best player on your team because I think you need some players to push you. I think the goal is to play with the best players you can play with and the best players you can play against. So if you're the best player, you're probably not playing with the best team that you could play with. At the same time, you probably don't want to be like the worst player because, then you might not play a lot. And so I think you want to probably be like somewhere in the middle would probably be a good spot to be. But a general philosophy that I've always tried to adhere to, kind of my dad's philosophy, is that you want to play with and against the best players you can. And so that's always when I was looking for teams. I want to play on the best team I can with the best players because I'll practice with them and they'll push me to be better. And I'm going to have to compete to get a starting job and then, play against the best players possible because that's going to make me up my game and improve my skills if I've got to compete against really good players. So does not exist 305. Thank you for the super chat. Matt, if you had to do it over again, what would you do differently? I don't know if I would do anything too differently. Actually, one thing I thought about is that I would probably, I might in the off season move someplace warmer so I could have worked on my defense more. When I used to come home in the off season up here, I could never really do. I really couldn't do any defensive work because it'd be too cold. And so, if I could do it all over again, that'd probably be one thing. I'd buy like a little apartment in like Arizona, probably right near our spring training complex, and then I would hire somebody and I'd pay them to just hit me ground balls all day long. You're missing because of grades? What happened? How did I get in touch with Trevor Bauer? He reached out to me. So I didn't reach out to him for a video. Thoughts on Michael Jordan's baseball career? I think anyone that doesn't play baseball since high school and can jump into the minor leagues and do decent, and he was playing better as like towards the end of his baseball career. I think it was really impressive. JP's baseball journey. Do you think the NL should just go to the DH? I think they should. I've talked a bunch. I like the designated hitter. I want to see another offensive player. I like watching good hitters. I don't want to watch pitchers hit, but I know it takes a little bit of the strategy out of the game, but for me personally, I'm okay with that. How do you gain weight? Eat more food. Eating is, you got to work out hard, but you got to eat. My thing that I've always seen is guys that don't eat always say, how do I gain weight? I eat everything, and they don't eat everything. They say they eat everything, and then when I say write down everything you've eaten today, they can't write anything down. So shout out to Carolyn. How old is Pujols? I don't know. How old is he? 40? Is he 40? I don't know. Nothing works to what? Gain weight? Eat more. Good catcher drills? I can't really go over any here, but if you go to our catchers playlist, we've got some there. Six 170. That sounds very thin. Yeah, you probably got to get in the weight room more, or eat more. Have I ever stolen signs? Yeah, I steal signs all the time. I just don't use a camera. But I have a bunch of ways to steal signs. As a coach, I steal signs every game. I shouldn't say I steal them every game. I try to steal them every game, and usually I can steal them. But at second, what signs do you use to tell outfielder the pitch? We don't. Whoops! My mic just fell. Sorry, I knocked it over. We don't relay signs to the outfielders. I've played on teams when I was really young that did that, but I don't have our teams do it. Actually, anytime I've played against a team that relays signs from the outfielders or from the infield to the outfielders, usually teams will like put a hand behind their back and do like open, closed hand. I'll just steal the signs from the infielders. So if I'm coaching third, I back up a little bit and I can see the shortstop relaying the signs. I'll steal it from him and then relay it to the hitter. So I've been on a team before where the shortstop was relaying signs to the outfielders with the bullpen in the outfield. We just have the bullpen steal the sign from the outfielder or from the infielder and relay signs. You got to be careful because stealing signs is fun. Legally stealing signs, not with a camera. I keep saying this, but stealing it off the pitcher, stealing it off the catcher, stealing it off the coach. Topher Rocks, thank you so much for Super Chat. Again, are you surprised Trout wants to stay in LA? Hard to believe he has only played in 3 playoff games. I would love to see him in the World Series. Yeah. I mean, best player in baseball. I think we all want to see him win a World Series and play in the playoffs more and win a playoff series. Sounds like he wants to win there, and hopefully they can continue to put more players around them. I mean, they've spent money in the past. They just haven't been able to put together a great team yet. But is 5'10", 165 good for a shortstop? I guess it depends how old you are. OTP actually have played that. I have it, actually. Dan's Dailies, thank you for the super chat, Dan. Hey, Matt, it's been a minute. I hope all is well with you and your family. Same to you. I've got season tickets for the Braves and All-Star Week tickets. Have you ever been to a home run derby? And if so, do you have suggestions? I've never been to one. I watch them every year, obviously, on TV. Never been to one in person, though. That'd be great fun. Do I have any suggestions about home run derby? I don't know. Bring a glove or maybe bring a big net. That might be even better than a glove. Where's Laura? I'm all out of... I stink at golf. How much tee work do I recommend to be a D1 player? No idea. I don't think you have to do tee work to be a D1 player. Laura is your hero. Mine too. Disc golf, never played it. All right, everyone, can we get the 300 likes? We have almost 400 people in here. If everybody smashes the like button right now, we should get the 300 likes like really quickly. Here we go. We're off. We're up to 219. I missed a super chat. Where did I miss a super chat? I've been looking at every single super chat. Where was the super chat? Whoa, someone snuck one in. Nicholas, why did you unfollow me on Instagram? Well, I haven't been on Instagram in a while. I mean, I've been on it, but I just kind of we'll just skim through it quick. So I have no idea. I haven't unfollowed anyone on Instagram in forever. So if I unfollowed you, then either my kids got on my Instagram or somehow I hit it while scrolling through things. But I didn't do it on purpose. I haven't followed or unfollowed anyone in a long time. Top 3 countries for best baseball players. Dominican. Venezuela. Maybe Cuba instead. The US of A. Is that 4? Japan has good baseball, yep. Can we come to you for a hitting clinic, for hitting lessons? Sure. I give lots of hitting lessons. I'm actually booked for a while, but hey, we got 314 likes, everybody. Thank you. Does having flow, thank you, Nicholas, does having flow make players look better? It depends. I mean, I think flow is a good look. I had some flow in college. If you type in Matt Antonelli, Wake Forest, you'll see some sweet flow. Type that into Google. My favorite rapper? I haven't really listened to rap music in a while. Man, these questions are going fast, everybody. A-Rod or Jeter? I think A-Rod's probably the more talented player. I like Derek Jeter a lot, though. In their prime, I'd probably still take A-Rod. Babe or Trout? Well, 2 different types of players. I mean, Babe's one of the best players of all time. So isn't Trout. Tatis or Acuna? I guess it depends on what position you need. Both are top 10 players in the league. Rookie of the Year or Little Big League? Ah, man, great movies. I don't know. These are tough questions. How do you get stronger? Work. easiest ways to get stronger: work out very hard and eat lots of food. Here's another pet peeve of mine is that people think that just going, this is not directed to you, this is just in general. Some people think that just going to the gym and working out will get you stronger, but there's so many different levels of working out. Some people go work out and they just like they move the weight around. They're like, yeah, that was a workout. No, no, no. You have to move the weight. Like I tell people, like when I used to squat, I get under the squat bar. My thought, I wanted so much weight on the bar that when I went to the bottom, it was excruciating to get up. And I would say, I'm either getting up, pushing this weight up, or I'm passing out. I would actually say basically I'm going to die under the bar. So it's either get this weight up, um, or I'm going to die under the bar. And that's like was my attitude when I was working out. But if you're just in there and you go 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 5, and 6, and 7, like that's not working out. Yeah, you went to work out, but that's not going to do anything for you. Josh Mahoney, thank you so much for the super chat. Who is the nastiest curve that you faced? Ubaldo Jimenez probably had the best breaking ball that I faced. Dan's Dailies, thank you again, Dan. Who's your pre-picks for awards for the 21 season? Wow, that's a good one. I don't know. That's a tough one. Jeez. I don't know. I think you've got your normal candidates. Like I think Juan Soto is going to rake. I think Tatis is the most exciting player in baseball right now. One of the most. I think Acuna can at any point. He can have a 40-40 year. So I like all those guys. Cy Young. I mean, I know DeGrom does it every year. You got to say DeGrom's the best pitcher in the league. So I got to go with him. And then Rookie of the Year. A Rookie of the Year, I'm not sure yet. I've got to look more into the rookies. I'm right about at the time where I'm going to really get into baseball, like get jazzed up for the season. I've been dedicating a ton of time to Antonelli baseball lately because our season starts on Saturday. But now I can finally start to slow down a little bit and get back caught up with Major League Baseball. Josh, thank you for the super chat. I have a David Ortiz final season bobblehead. What should I sell it? Or when should I sell it? I want the most value. When should you sell it? I mean, I would probably, if you want the most value, I don't think you're going to get more value now than you would later on. So I guess I would just hold on to it. Horticulture, Harry. Why don't guys bunt against the shift more? I think for a couple reasons. One guy, he might not know how to bunt. Guys don't practice bunting very much anymore, so they don't want to bunt and screw up. As much as people just say like, oh, just bunt, it's easy. It's not that easy to bunt, especially if you're not a bunter. It's hard. You might say like, oh, it's easy, just put the bunt down right there, but that is difficult. Like I've considered myself a really good bunter, and so like, yeah, for me, I could put it down, but like a lot of guys, especially power hitters that are getting shifted on, they're not bunters. They've never bunted in their life. If you're a guy that smashes balls and they play the shift on you, you've probably never bunted. So you're not going to be like, oh, yeah, I'll just take that hit. It's not that easy. So that's one reason. And the other reason is some of those guys will say, I don't want to bunt for a single. I'm going to hit a home run if I'm a home run hitter. So, one of the reasons they put the shift on could be to say, hey, just, that's fine. Go ahead and bunt it. Get a single. We'd rather hit a single than a home run. Thank you, Melissa. Hey, you. Thank you for the super chat. Dan Young, thank you for the super chat. Of the teams you've played for or against, who had the best clubhouse food? Padres had good food. I like the Padres a lot. Indians had good food. Those were probably the best too. Nationals had the worst food for me. Eric Wing. Eric, glad to see you here. You don't like to come to practice anymore, so, or you do, you just don't like to come. Eric thinks that his glove was retired. He only picks up his bat. He's already made himself a DH. Word in the street is that Nick got a girl pregnant. I don't know what Nick you're talking about, Eric. I know lots of Nicks. We've got about 10 of them in our on our team, in our organization. So, Brett, thank you so much for Super Chat. Love your videos, Matt. Thank you. Could use any advice on throwing mechanics. Feel like I can't get the ball to leave my hand the same way twice. I'm an outfielder. That's a good question. It's hard to give you advice. There's so many things that go into hitting or go into throwing. I guess kind of like hitting, but I guess I'd have to probably see your throwing mechanics to be able to give you good advice. I'm not sure if there's anything just generic that I can tell you to help you kind of feel the ball come out. And throwing is a difficult thing. Like, I'm more of a hitting guy. I think throwing is a lot tougher for me to coach. I'm trying to give you an answer here. I'm trying to think of something that I can say to help you, but I just don't know if I have anything super helpful. I don't want to just give you anything. Let me think about that for a second and see if I can give you an answer. Dan, thank you again. Do you do a video where you're doing your pre-2021 picks for awards in each division winner and playoffs at the end of the year? You can go back and compare. I will do that, actually. I'll usually do like my division winners and World Series winner. I haven't done that yet, but I'll do that for you. How do you hit with more power? Getting stronger is one way that'll help, but I think you got to be able to work on your swing. You got to be able to create more bat speed through the way you use your body, essentially. So, all right, everybody. Oh man. Hobbies besides baseball. The main things that I do, I have these would be my hobbies. Sports. So I love football. I love all sports. Love basketball. Love baseball. The stock market. Big in the stock market. I've gotten bigger into collecting cards. I say collecting. I'd say probably more investing in cards because I have bought a bunch, but I've also sold a few. Ethan, thank you so much for the super chat. Does the way you carry yourself on the field, does the way you carry yourself in your appearance on field have an effect on how coaches look at you? Yes, definitely, without a doubt. I think as a coach, Bitcoin, I do own Bitcoin. I own a decent amount of Bitcoin, yeah. I bought it a long time ago, though. Appearance, the way you conduct yourself on the field, I think has a huge effect on how coaches see you. When a coach is recruiting you, why do you say Bitcoin LOL? You're right, I do. I am laughing with Bitcoin all the way to the bank. Okay, I have a missed super chat. Really? Where did I miss a super chat? I don't see any missed super chats. Oh, there we go. Sean, sorry, Mr. Super Chat. Best way to learn about MLB players. I would say podcast or YouTube. I watch a couple different YouTube channels. I don't know their exact names, but that's where I learn about most of my fantasy stuff. If you want to get really nitty gritty, you can go over to like Baseball Savant. Baseball Savant's a good one. You can go through all the players there, really look at some statistics. But if you want just a quick overview of players without having to dig deep into all the details, you can probably just go on YouTube and do it there. There was something I was talking about before that, but I can't remember now. U.S. versus DR, who wins? Probably the DR. Yeah, you saw me play for Lake Elsinore Storm. Those were the good old days. Oh, appearance, yeah. So on the field, hey, Matt Tarantino, thank you for the super chat. There's no question, though. I'm not sure if you put one. As a coach, you're always looking for, how a player conducts himself on the field. You got to think about this. If you're a college coach, you're going to get a player. You're going to be with that player every day, essentially, for 4 years. And so I want somebody that I'm going to enjoy being around. I want somebody that's going to be, fit into the culture of our program, that's going to rub off the right way on players, that's going to represent our program, that is going to work hard. And, um, I think the biggest thing is, like, when I'm recruiting a player, like, I want to be around people that want to get better, that want to work hard, that aren't going to be a pain in the butt. And so, yeah, that's has a huge effect. Coaches are looking at everything you do. They look at the way you run the bases, the way you go back to the dugout, what you do when you get in the dugout, the way you run your position, the way you interact with your teammates and the umpire and your coaches, and they're watching all of that stuff. Drills for hitting, Tyler, just go to our YouTube page and go to the hitting playlist. I have a ton of them on there. I missed a super chat. Question was, oh, is it worth 200 to? Is it worth this? Oh my God, missed a super chat question. Is it worth it to spend $200 on sunglasses? The $200 seems like a lot of money for sunglasses, so I probably wouldn't spend $200. I think you could probably get a great pair of sunglasses for $100, probably even $50. So I wouldn't spend $200. Brett, thank you again for the super chat. No worries on the throwing. I'll sort it out soon. I've been playing with different strides for leg drive. Does a leg, i.e., bet kick, have more power than a toe touch stride? So I think that I'll say this. I think that it depends on the hitter. For instance, I've tried different strides. I've had coaches that want me to try leg kicks. I've tried very short strides. Shout out to Kimberly. The furthest I ever hit the ball is when I took almost no stride at all. People would say, like, no, you hit it further when you stride. I hit it furthest when I don't stride. Some people hit it further when they stride more. Some people hit it further when they leg kick. So I don't want to say that there's one. If there was one best way to do it, everyone would do it. And so I personally don't believe that, you'll hit it further with a leg kick. I just don't think that's true. Like right now, if I went and took a leg kick, I can still hit the ball further, I feel like, when I don't take a leg kick. Again, that's just me. Some people might hit it further or hardest when they take a leg kick. So, Jesse Cohen, thank you for the super chat. Were a big prankster, assuming you're saying was a big prankster in the dugout. What were some of your favorite pranks that you've seen? So I was not a big prankster. I wouldn't say there's anything too crazy. The biggest things I saw in the dugout, the big one was the bubble gum on the hat. You see that a lot. Guy blows some bubble gum, takes it, puts it on your hat, and you'll run out there with it on your hat. I've seen some people do the hot foot where they'll put a little, they'll essentially almost light your cleat on fire. They'll put like a little piece of paper or something on the back of your shoe and light it on fire. One's a little more dangerous. But those are probably the two biggest ones that I've seen. Oh, boy. Oh, I'm starting to get tired. It's been a long day of baseball, everybody. Tips for getting good reads in the outfield. I think expect the ball to be hit to you. And I think just in practice, during batting practice, get a lot of live reads. Like get out there, tell everyone else to get away from you, and just get as many live reads as you can. I think that's important. All right, everyone, hold on one second. I'm going to try to make myself very comfortable on this couch and see if I can maneuver this camera someplace. Let's see if I can do this. This will be impressive if I can. I'm going to try. Hold on, everybody. I'm going to try to set this up on my sofa so I can lay back, get comfortable, and answer these questions. So we're going to make the tripod a little smaller. We're going to put it right here. We're going to put this down a little bit. Hold on. Give me a second, everyone. Give me a second. Why won't this go down? There we go. All right, now. Oh, look at this. Get myself a little pillow here. There we go. Hey Raymond, thank you for the super chat. All right, now I'm comfortable. Now I just need to fix my microphone right there. All right, super chat. Raymond, I was a catcher for years growing up, but now at my age, what can I do so my knees don't hurt by kneeling for a long period of time? I don't know, Raymond. It's tough getting old. Um, you could try some knee savers, although people will kind of make fun of people that wear knee savers, but I think that's something you could possibly do. Man, now I can't. My microphone, now that I'm sitting like this, is not working. I'm also not on the screen. Let's try to move this down a little bit more. There we go. Now I'm right there. Put the microphone here. It's not going to work again. Man, oh man. Come on, microphone. We'll put the microphone right there. Sit up? No, I'm not going to sit up. I'm actually going to lay on my sofa. How do you find a good travel team? A good travel team, you can research it online or just think about the teams that you're playing against or ask your buddies. You want to add a cutter and a sinker. What grips and how do I throw it? Um, I would go to, hey, James Machado. Is that the James Machado that plays for us? I have a James Machado on my team. Your swing feels broken? Well, then you got to get to work to fix it. You can watch all our YouTube videos. That may help you. Low level D1 or high D2. Don't think about the D's. Don't get obsessed with the D's. Like, go to where is the best fit for you. It could be D1, it could be D2. So, but don't go by like, oh, do I want, the D1 or D2? Never faced a known headhunter now. Yeah, you start baseball at 13, you can definitely make it far. I know people that start it. Um, that start late. Cutter or sinker, you can go to our pitching playlist. I have some cutter and sinker stuff on there. Hi James. Thanks, Flipping Monster. The best blocking drills. I have blocking drills on our catching playlist. I can't really show you blocking drills right now. So, best knowledge for an infielder. What do you mean best knowledge? I'm doing great, Daniel. How are you? Best bat for BB core. I'm not sure. I haven't swung a metal bat in forever, so I don't know. A lot of it's personal preference. Laura doesn't like baseball even after she met me. Why don't elite closers become starters? Usually closers just aren't built to go, a lot of innings. Thanks, Alvin. Do I believe in swinging down? I believe that the barrel should hit the ball moving slightly up through the hitting zone. It's not my opinion. That's just if you look at, attack angles of good hitters. So, Matt, could you play in today's game? I mean, not at 35, but back in the day, if I was young, I could. Am I drunk? No, I'm not drunk. All right, thanks for joining us. I'm just tired. I had I left my house today for baseball at 8:30 and got home at 7:30. So, what's that? 11 hours of baseball? I mean, technically I was in the car for a little bit, but
I'm going to go to sleep in a little bit, but I'm talking to everybody right now. I'll answer a few more questions. I live north of Boston. All right, everybody, we have almost 400 likes. Can everybody hit the like button right now to get us to 400? That would be terrific. When did I buy Bitcoin? Probably like 4 years ago. Have I ever cheated on my wife? No, I have not. Laura's still upstairs. I think she fell asleep. Hey, thanks everyone for liking the video. We now have 433 likes. Maybe we can get to 500 now. Kimberly, I've shouted you out like 4 times. What drop should a 13-year-old player? Is that what I read? Is your team 13U Black? We have a 13U Black team. I'm not the coach of that team, but if you can't afford travel baseball, then you don't have to play it. There's plenty of good baseball without just playing travel baseball, so. I don't miss the Expos. I was never a fan of the Expos. Our travel team is Antonelli Baseball. Horrible elbow pain, you got to go to the doctors. I've never hit a walk-off home run. Wow, these questions are going so fast. I am not a Bruins fan, though. I don't watch a lot of hockey. Pick up the ball better. I mean, find the like a simple thing, find the release point, but you just got to be able to. You got to practice seeing pitches out of the pitcher's hand, whether it's in bullpens or live hitting or, playing more games. Michael Lamar, thank you for the super chat. Hey Matt, I sent you something for you to sign the other day. Do you think you can sign it on the stream when you get it? Michael, I might have already signed it. I'm not sure. I get a lot of stuff every day to sign. So I actually just signed a bunch of stuff and it's waiting to go out in the mail. Critical points to bring up at the first practice. I think first practice are usually just, setting expectations for how you want things done, how you want practice done. Like, how do you want everything to be done? How do you want players to warm up? How do you want them to run on and off the field? How do you want them to dress? All that stuff, so that there's no misunderstandings. They understand how you want it, and then hopefully you don't have to talk about it again. We want Lara. Lara's sleeping. Manny Ramirez is my favorite player of all time. A softball club? I might be. I'm getting a lot of requests about a softball club. We'll see. Wake her up. That would be mean. Lara's been working hard all day. She's had 2 little children screaming and yelling and probably throwing things at her all day while I've been at baseball, so. I like wood bats. Busch Stadium is good. All right, everybody, we're going to answer a couple more questions, and then I'm going to go to bed because we have one more crazy week of baseball. And then our season starts on Saturday. And then then things start to slow down for me a little bit. Raymond, I played with Matt Carpenter and Scott Kazmir growing up in high school. I could have made it also, but joined the Navy out of high school back in 2002. Oh, we're almost the same age then. I've played against, have I played against Matt Carpenter? I played against Scott Kazmir. I'm not sure about Matt Carpenter. I mean, I know who Matt Carpenter is. Kimberly. I don't think you're listening, Kimberly. You keep asking me to shout you out, and I've shouted you out like 15 times. I've never had a labrum problem, though. Where is the camps that you train? So our organization is called Antonelli Baseball. We don't technically have a whole lot of camps, but E2000. Excuse me, I'm tired. It's a good glove. Sabrina gets a shout out. Yeah, I like A2000s. I'm more of a Rawlings guy, but worst injury a baseball player can have? Well, I mean, hurting your elbow, hurting your UCL is a really bad one. I was not mad about going to the Yankees. No, I was not a Red Sox fan. I was a huge Red Sox fan, but once I became a professional player, you kind of stopped being a fan. Was I ever tired in a game? Yeah. I mean, I was tired in most games. You learn to play tired as a professional baseball player because you play every day. And you played no matter what. Like, you're tired, doesn't matter, play. You're hurt, doesn't matter, play. You're hungry, doesn't matter, play. You've played 32 games in a row with no off days, doesn't matter, play. You've taken a 10-hour bus trip, you've taken, 4 flights, don't matter. Do players win championships or organizations? Well, I mean, you need to have a bunch of good players to win. Thank you so much for the super chat. Youth baseball participation up or down from the past? I believe it's down. I guess it depends on what you're looking at. Like our organization is up. We have more players try out every year. Like this year was the most players we ever had try out. Next year will be even more than this year. It's just every year we've had more. But as far as like youth baseball in general, I believe it's less players. How do you get stronger? We've gotten this question a lot. You've got to lift weights, so you've got to strength train, and you've got to eat more food. It's pretty simple, but it's not like easy because you'll have to do it. And I don't know you, but some people know what to do, but they just can't do it. So the key is knowing what to do and then doing it. Like one of my favorite lines from a movie is Rocky 4 when he's in Russia and he says, "You know what to do. Do it. Do it." Very simple line, but that is the truth. Most people know what to do, but you have to actually do it. And then you have to do it consistently. That is the hard part for most people. Info is everywhere. Like you can get info, YouTube, anywhere in the internet. But then can you take the info and actually do it? I started lifting probably I would say my junior year of high school. Helping leg pain? I'm not sure. Is the Atlantic League on par with single A, double A, triple A? So I've never played in the Atlantic League. I got called to play in it. I don't know where it would be on par. I wouldn't say it's on par with triple A or double A, I wouldn't think. I mean, the Atlantic League is for players that are not in pro ball. So, and there are some players that, have played in the big leagues and stuff, but I would say it's not AAA. I probably wouldn't even say it's AA. Again, a lot of this is just I'm guessing because I never played in it. But I have 2 children. Have I been to Foxborough? I've been to Foxborough. I mean, I used to have season tickets to the Patriots, so I've been to Foxborough a ton of times. All right, everyone. We're gonna make one last push to get 500 likes. Can we get 500 likes? Ready? Here we go. Everybody, smash the like button. We're going to get 500 likes right here. Oh, we're almost there. 473, 485. We need 15 more likes. 487. Oh, we're just not going to make it. 495. The yips are real. Yeah, 503. Yes. Thank you, everyone. Not a lot of trash talking happens in the game. I heard very, very little trash talk. Michael, thank you again for the super chat. Pats are trash. Go Bills. Michael, I know you're kidding. If you're a Bills fan, you've been around the last 20 years. Can we talk about what's happened the last 20 years? Don't tell me that after one good year, you're going to all of a sudden act like the last 20 years didn't happen. And I'm also going to tell you something else, Michael. You do know that this past year, the Pats basically couldn't spend any money, had a lot of issues financially, but you did see what happened in free agency, correct? Because the Bills are very good. I mean, I'll tell you, I like the Bills. I like Josh Allen. I like the Bills organization. I like the coaching staff. I like the offense. I even like the defense a little bit. But it's going to be a different year this year. I wouldn't get too excited just yet. Bills are good, though. They're going to be tough to beat. Fins up. Hey, again, am I in Patriots country? Yeah, I'm like right in the middle of Patriots country. I am a Nomar fan, or I was. Baseball card video? I'm not sure. I have tons of baseball cards. Why is everyone telling me to go to bed? Why is everyone so concerned about my bedtime? All right, everybody. One last question, and then I am gonna go to bed actually, because everyone's telling me to go to bed. And you know what? This is a good point. I said I was tired. We just talked about doing it and knowing what to do. I'm tired, but you know what? People want. I do look tired. You know why? I am tired. The easy thing would be to just go to bed. Matt's tired, just go to bed. No, you know why? Because I said I was coming on here and I said I'm answering questions. And sometimes you got to fight through a little bit of tired and you just got to answer the questions, all right? And that's what I'm doing. All right, what's the last question going to be? Steven, I am not. Best parenting hack? I wish I could tell you. Oh, thank you for the super chats, guys. High school comp now versus 20 years ago, better or worse? It probably depends on the area, I guess. I can only really say like our high school. Um, I don't know. There's probably less kids playing baseball now than there were 20 years ago, so I guess maybe worse, but it's also tough to say because like players are getting better. Players are always improving, so in that regard I'd say better. I'm just going to say better because I think players at all levels are getting better. Especially in our area, in the Boston area, like more indoor facilities, more players playing year round, more training opportunities, more strength and conditioning coaches, more all of this stuff. Raymond, thank you for the super chat. Your favorite type of bat to use in a big game? I mean, I always use the Louisville Slugger C271. That was kind of my bat that I used. So that's what I liked. All right, everybody. Well, thank you so much for everyone hanging out tonight. We did almost an hour. What do we do? An hour and 15 minutes or so. So I am getting pretty tired, though. What is Laura doing in the reflection? That is my knee right here. That is not Laura. She is upstairs sleeping. So, anyways, I appreciate everyone hanging out again. Thank you so much. I'll probably do this. I've been doing this on Sunday nights. I'll probably continue to do this on Sunday nights. This seems like a good night. Seems like we get a lot of people hanging out tonight. So come around next Sunday night, usually around 9:30 p.m. is when I get off of baseball and get to relax a little bit and kids go to bed and I can do this. So, oh wait, hold on. Is that RC from the NYC? I see his face up there. Where's the super chat? There he is, RC. What's up? Coach Bum Man. Hey, Laura, what's up, Chad? Hope all is well. Only 3 days and a wake up until opening day. Noise. It's only 3 days away. That's crazy. I can't wait. Maybe for opening day. I don't know who's playing opening day this year, but whatever game is playing on national TV, maybe we'll stream it and we'll do a live chat. Maybe we'll do that. A YouTube live. All right. You got cut yesterday for not throwing hard enough, and you pitched 80 as a freshman. What school do you go to? You play for the New York Yankees. 80 as a freshman is very hard, so I'm not sure who. I'm not sure what your school is expecting. That seems a little crazy. But anyways, thanks everyone. Have a great night. Thank you for the super chats, and thank you for hanging out and listening to me ramble about motivational things.